Greetings, comrade. Welcome. Pleasure. Today we are talking about two very important things. About the native Switch Bully port and about the new Switch Bounties. Let's get into it. So, yes, indeed, this is a native Switch Bully port running in Horizon OS. It is not running in Linux or Android, it's running in standard Switch custom firmware. And it's running surprisingly good. What's more, when we take a look at the official GitHub release page, this is a Bully NX, Nintendo Switch Homebrew port / wrapper for the Android 64-bit release of Bully Anniversary Edition. This project doesn't re-implement the game, it loads the original Android native game library, patches the runtime and runs it inside a minimal Switch-side compatibility layer. The developer pretty much used the same technique that Vita Android ports are based on. He even credited the guys from the scene for the original Vita Android wrapper / loader. This way I would like to dedicate a huge thanks to the developer for all the hard work, and also a huge thanks to all of my Patreons and channel members, cause this helps me a lot to create more embedded videos for you. This is, I believe, a big step in a Switch homebrew scene, to have an Android port running natively in custom firmware. This is also how it all started on the Vita, with Flo wanting to play San Andreas, therefore he came with the loader that was later used for countless great ports. Is the same thing gonna happen in Switch scene? Who knows? What we know for sure is that the Bully port is here, and it is super impressive. As of right now, it is just a work in progress. It's not fully finished, there are still some temporary hacks / workarounds in the runtime that should be replaced with cleaner fixes. In spite of that, the port works and is playable at good frame rates. I've been playing it for like an hour and I have enjoyed my time spent with it. The loading takes some time, the button glyphs are swapped, they are using the Xbox layout, so you need to remember that. Not like me pressing X instead of Y all the time. I also experienced one crash, but other than that, it's very decent, especially considering it is just an initial release. In the options, you can play with some toggles. There is also a config file. I've played the game on high clarity. I've tried to put it on a medium or low, but the graphics looked quite muddy on my Switch OLED, so I left it on high. You can also play with shadows. You can change language. And you can also customize controls a little bit, stick sensitivity, inverted axis, etc. Touch is not supported in this port, in menus or anywhere in the game, so we have to use physical buttons for everything in the options as well. Okay, now how to install it. Your Switch needs to be modded, clearly. Then you need to get the specific version of the Android game. And then you need to follow the instructions. I was able to run it second try. I only forgot to rename the file, it showed me the error that it wasn't found, then I renamed it and it was working absolutely fine. If you are facing any issues, there is a very good troubleshooting guide on the official GitHub release page, make sure to check it out, and there is always our Discord. I cannot really do step-by-step instructions cause YouTube doesn't like it. Now let's quickly take a look at these Joycons. They are made by HandheldDIY and it's a model J6. I think they are being sold by Absolute. They have whole joysticks, mechanical buttons, colorful lights and a 6-axis gyroscope. And they are actually selling for a decent price. They came in this plastic protective case. They look like this. So they have Hall effect joysticks, mechanical D-pad, mechanical action buttons, and mechanical bumpers and triggers. Everything is mechanical in here. From the rear side there are 2 additional buttons. These buttons are used for RGB lights. Then we have here plus minus, home, capture and turbo buttons. And then the buttons from the inside. They have also face plates that can be changed. They are attached magnetically. The shape is quite comfortable. Here it is compared to the standard Joy-Cons. They're quite a bit thicker. Standard joysticks are mostly focused on portability, whereas these are more for having a good time. When you put it on a Switch, looks like this. Makes it a bit larger than if you would put there the classic Joy-Cons. When I'm holding them in my hands, they actually feel very good. Joysticks are also very good. Micro switches are not for everyone. I don't know if I would buy them intentionally, but they are not bad. Sticks are really sensitive, they are Hall effect, so you don't need to worry about the drift, infamous. There is also the RGB lighting, you can toggle between some modes. You just press the button from the backside and it just nicely lights up. There is also 6-axis gyroscope and advanced functions. You can find a link for it down below if you like them. And now let's check the Switch Bounties. Now to the Switch Bounties. Yes, indeed, Switch Bounties do exist, but not thanks to me, but thanks to the Tafa. This is what he says about it. Quote, "Hello gentlemen, I'm really inspired by Vita community and they offer bounties. I'm also insane and saved up some little money, so I want to give back to the community. Already supporting some stuff so we can all gain from it, but I thought HOS deserves some love too. I will pay you to Coffee, PayPal, Patreon, Revolut if you manage to port following stuff." So, as you've seen, he wants to give back to community, which what I can always appreciate. I know him for a while. He was a Vita user and then he moved on to Switch, and he is a very enthusiastic comrade. Now, what is a Switch Bounty? Switch Bounty is an incentive for the developers to port over desired games. It is not a payment for development, but rather a voluntary donation as an appreciation for the effort. Let's look at all the existing Switch Bounties as of the time of making of this video. The biggest ones are Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, $250 American. One of few Zelda games still not available on the Switch. Hopefully this will help to make it happen. Total Overdose, $250. Open world third-person shooter. Then we have $150 bounty for a PS2 emulator, $60 for RF1, $40 for Free Space, $30 for Heavy Metal 2, $30 the Driver Syndicate, $30 the Dark Mod. Then we have more smaller $10, $15, $20 bounties. You can find them all on the GBA temp post. Or I also created a Switch bounty section on my website. There is also a claimed bounty section, with the Bully being the first bounty being awarded to the developer. I think Switch bounties are a great idea, and therefore I'm showing it to you cause they deserve some kind of attention. In case you would like to create a bounty or donate to already created, feel free to do so. If not, feel free not to do so and wait and see what's gonna happen. Switch is a great handheld, it has great collection of official games and even unofficial ports. And this bounty system will hopefully somewhat increase the unofficial library. I've been playing my Switch mostly through custom firmware. I've been experimenting a bit with Android, but it didn't really speak to me. I haven't tried Linux yet, I was a bit intimidated by it. Maybe I will try it one day. You can find everything I talked about in this video in the description down below. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, join, comment, subscribe. Thanks to you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Peace.